It's Margaret from Let's Learn to Sew. I'm going to show you probably the quickest and easiest pacifier clip to make. This pacifier clip is made using gross grain ribbon. It snaps onto the pacifier and then uses a pacifier clip to attach to your baby's clothing, diaper bag, whatever you want to attach your pacifier to. To make this style of clip, you're going to need your sewing machine, iron and ironing board, straight pins, fusible webbing or heat and bond if you have any. You're going to need the thread that you want to use. You're going to need a pacifier clip or suspender clip. You can use plastic or metal. You're going to need your snap pliers and the tools that came with it, along with a set of snaps. You're also going to need some gross grain ribbon. You need double the length that you want your final pacifier clip to be. The piece of ribbon I have here is 28 inches, which means my final pacifier clip will be 14 inches long. What we're going to do now is we're going to fold our ribbon over in half, like I have here. I want to press it with the iron. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slip the pacifier clip onto the ribbon. And we're going to slide it all the way up to where the crease is from where we folded it in half. So now what we're going to do is, if you have some heat and bond, we're going to take it, place it inside the ribbon. You want to make sure that none of it is sticking off the edge because you don't want it to get on the bottom of your iron or your ironing board. Fold the ribbon back over in half, and now we're going to press it into place. If you don't have fusible webbing or heat and bond, you can use pins to hold it in place. You'll just place them down the length of the ribbon, making sure that as you sew, you remove these pins as you come to them. I'm back over at my sewing machine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down all four sides of the strap. We're going to also make sure that we sew across this area here to reinforce it and secure the pacifier clip to the strap. The seam allowance that we're going to use is 1/4 inch, which is going to get us right along the edge of the ribbon. If you have a 1/4 inch piecing foot, you may want to grab that, or check your owner's manual for the guide settings on your machine. We want to begin with our thread tails under the presser foot into the back of the machine, and I want to make sure that I get as close to the edge as I can, so I'm going to use my stitch width or needle position to move my needle over to the right. I'm going to strap underneath it, and I've got my presser foot up really close to the area where the pacifier clip attaches to the ribbon. And lower my presser foot, and I'm going to see right where my needle is going to land. I'm going to begin by taking a couple of stitches. Go ahead and do a back stitch, and now sew all the way across. I'm about 1/4 inch from the edge, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I've got my presser foot raised, my needle in the down position. I'm going to turn and pivot, and I'm going to stitch down the entire length. Go ahead and pivot again, go straight across the small edge. Now I'm going to go ahead and pivot, and I'm going to go across this area one more time just to make sure it's secure. And back stitch. Go ahead and raise your presser foot and trim your threads. We're just about done with our pacifier clip that we made out of the gross grain ribbon. All we have left to do now is to place the snap on it. Now this is the back side of the pacifier clip, and this is the front side. So we want our snap to be the way you see this one, so that this end is hidden against whatever you've attached it to. So we're going to begin by coming in about 1/2 inch and making a hole. We're going to take our snap that has the flat piece with the spike through the back side, push it up, and then you're going to take either the male or the female side, it doesn't matter. Place that on top together a little bit, and then you just squeeze. That's the first section of our snap. We're going to bring it down, and we're coming in about 2 inches from the end of the ribbon. We're going to make another hole. And again, the flat side goes on the same side it did before. Poke up. We're going to place the other piece of the snap on top. Again, the flat side of the snap goes into the black tray. Sandwich it and squeeze. So now what we do is we take the pacifier, and if your ribbon's thin enough, you can put it through the side, put it through the holder, fold it over, and snap. And your pacifier clip is ready to be attached.